Move my mic out to the side. Can you still hear me good? Yeah, move it out here.
Man, you drink too much coffee, buddy. What is up? I am Josh, squatchtopic.pa. And
PA.
yeah, Hazel, he's my research partner, Sasquatch Dog Man Phenomenon. And he has the Weasel Files, which are things that I didn't put on Squatch Topic because it was from his device. So he put it on there. And yeah. And plus, the stuff that doesn't relate to what I'm doing. Oh, how are you, Sister Ramona? And some
Wow.
things that don't align with what I do as Squash Topic, we'll throw in the Weasel Files. How are you doing today, Miss Ramona? Oh, I see you're wearing your patch, buddy. Aha, nice. Thank you for the thumbs up. That helps the channel. Yes. I'm sure Biggie will be in here soon if he's awake. Uh, Due to the time of day it is, a lot of people are at work probably. I'm not expecting many to tune in. But
What?
we wanted to come on and chit
What?
chat about last week. I mean, you're a little tired. You've been deep in prayer. Thank you, Ramona. I know where those prayers have been towards. Biggie in the house. Ah! Boom, doo, 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 doo. Beat up those Biggie. Doo, 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 doo. Biggie in the house. Doo, 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 doo.
Let's go, Biggie.
Oh man, there we
This
go.
is my little guy. Call him TT. Call him Taco.
Yeah, Weasel shaved.
Gus, quiet.
He don't look like an old
This
man
boy is
no more.
Gus.
But I say I got me some grays. I'm gonna have to have my wife pluck me later.
Gus, would you quiet?
Weasel, you reading the messages?
I am. Yes, I am reading the message. Hello.
Well,
Haha.
I'm gonna show and
Love the
tell
beard.
for you
I
guys.
kept it a little shallow, Biggie. I just.
Check this out.
While we were
I'll let him finish.
while we were in the car, heading to my place to drop me off, Josh was complaining about my smell. I took a little deep.
Dude, my
I
kid
kind
was
of believe I'm
complaining.
smelling like a Bigfoot here, so I need to go even shower and get a nice haircut.
Well, guys, I want to show you something here. All right, we were doing the casting stuff, So I want to show you the first ever cast we've done here, and I'm going to explain what it is. Okay, check this
Looking
out.
on the Hooter, David. Cool.
See that? All right, let me turn sideways. These are fingers. This is a handprint, guys. Left hand. When it was in the ground, there's the thumb. Thumb's right here. Look at this. Can you imagine being grabbed up by a hand like that? Imagine that. But that's a hand. And right in the general area where we got this hand cast is where we found that 21-inch footprint. But
Yeah, that's our
yeah,
stink. We need to practice.
you remember how mad I got, dude? Because we poured this cast and then we started looking around and that was all our casting material that we had. And we just got done pouring this handprint. And then we go around the tree and there's a 21-inch footprint. So all we got was pictures of it, no cast. That was a bummer.
Yeah, that was a bummer because that would have been a good print to cast. you know what? Doing that hand in
Hey,
our
David, there.
experiment footprint really good.
Well,
We need to practice. Josh is going to have to take a bare feet and step in the mud and cast his own foot and see how it works. Just for experiment, so you learn how
I'm
to
gonna waste
cast.
some material on my little 6'9".
You wouldn't be
No,
losing much. It's
no, we practice on Sasquatch prints, buddy. Check this out. But yeah, David, I don't know if you've seen it. That's a hand, bro. A left hand. Here's the thumb. This is not going to be an option for the giveaway. This is our first cast we ever did. But I'm going to show you the one we pulled. So here's what we're doing. I made a new rule here at Squatch Topic. How much are the raffle tickets? It is 100% free. Even the shipping. I pay, not you. I will be... we're going to get to those details. I might as well do it now. Check this out. If you want to be entered in for a cast, you email us at squatchtopic.pa@gmail.com. For the subject, I want you to write cast. Then where the message goes, all I want is your YouTube handle. That's it. Your YouTube screen name. That's all you got to do.
Ramona asks if you can add.
Yeah, I can add you. I know you personally. Yeah, I can add you. And then what we'll do is I'm going to let this casting go until February 10th. On February 10th, the reason is I want to let people get chances to get emails in who are just tuning in to see about this. But also, I made a new rule. What's up, DA? I made a new rule. Any Squatch Topic personnel going into the woods is to have a minimum of one casting kit, preferably 2 casting kits on body at all times. That way, if it is me and Weasel in there, he'll go out tracking, and then yes, exactly. We are going to carry this. So we're going to have a backpack or a light pouch, something. We're going to carry water. We're going to carry casting materials, enough for each of us to get 2 casts apiece. Now, the purpose of this is, casting is new to us still. You know, when we did live, that was only the second time we've ever casted. So what we're going to do is we're going to cast out as many prints as we can before the 10th. Hey, Darla. We're going to cast up as many as we can. And every time we do a cast, it will be live. So you see where it came from. I'm sorry, man. If you don't see where the cast come from, how do you know it's legit? Truthfully. You got to show evidence where it came from. So, this is what we pulled out. Like I said, it's hard ground where we're at. It's hard to cast that ground. This is the one we got. I mean, you can still see there's earth in it, leaves and whatnot. Now look at the texture, guys. You see something? You see how rough that is?
Now there is overcast there.
Yeah, I know. I'm leaving it on there. I'm not
So you want
chipping that
more
away or
at
filing it
the
because
foot, right?
I want the person to receive it get it exactly the way it came out the ground. I'm not sanding it. I
What's
am
up,
not
DA,
busting
Darla?
edges off. No. Hey, what's up?
Carol.
How you doing, Jamie Adams? So, when you see all these little grooves in here, this is because when you pour it into the ground, that's how you know that the cast came out the ground. You can see all the little divots from the dirt. Okay? You see all those divots? That's how you know a cast came out the ground. That is how you know a cast is real. You can go and look up Dr. Jeff Meldrum. He does casts all the time. And his are always the same texture. Every time, guaranteed. Unless you're getting it out of a mold or something, or clay. If you get a real nice clay deposit, then you can get a nice perfect print and impression. But if you want something perfect, man, you have to have a mold, and I don't do molds. Hold on, let me shut this door. I'll be right back.
Nice little kids drawing with chalk.
Okay, so yeah, this is the one that we pulled live. All right, there's a big toe.
The
Toes come
size.
down in here. If you look,
That's a nice.
there, it is. There's the mid-tarsal break right in here. Right there, cross stairs where the mid-tarsal break. I can't get the camera angle. You can see how it divots down. That's that mid-tarsal break right there. Okay? Like I said, the ground that we cast it on is extremely hard, so there's not much impression to be made. But this is the bottom of the foot. And this is cast one. We're going to be doing more.
Toes are like that.
Yeah, you can see big toe. But I mean, it all depends on how the foot digs into the ground. I mean, the curve of the foot, it comes like this. It comes around, here's the big toe, comes in, hammers in. Sasquatch prints hammer in. All right, comes in, comes down. Here's the heel line. It might have been, yeah. Here's the heel line coming up, hammer out, go into the toes. So this is cast one. I don't know how many casts there's going to be, but on February 10th, when I pull the winning name, all the casts that we have for the giveaway, and we're only giving away one, because I promised Biggie one. He automatically gets one. I promised him one before we even thought of this. So what we're doing, February 10th, we're going to pull the winning name, and while it's live, I am going to have these casts laid out in a line, and I'm going to have a piece of paper folded up with a number on it. And what you're going to do, just to make it easiest, you are going to tell me which one you want. We're going to have a selection of casts there. You pick the one you want. I mean, because some casts are going to look prettier than others. You know, when we were out there, Weasel's a heck of a tracker. Weasel is one heck of a tracker. And I'll tell you, when we were out there, if you watched the live where we were checking out up there, he gone. Where'd he go? Poof! All right. Well, he when he's tracking, he found baby tracks. I mean, they were only like that big, little baby tracks. And then what we're gonna? Oh, there he is.
Want to check something back to make sure I got. Earlier before we came live, and I said that I was gonna aim for this.
Oh, the white female Sasquatch that's been interacting with you.
So I mean, I figure I was gonna give him out, and I'm gonna follow, which her footprint against runs with wolves. So I thought that would be a good name, Falatala. Pronouncing it right.
So now we got Chaco, we got Big Black, we got Falatala. So Falatala is the one that I used to call the handler. So now she has a name. She's always with that white dog mirror.
So I'm asking her to leave herself, and has the and she runs with. You're seeing.
We'll keep our eye out for that, baby. What's up, Teresa? How are you? I don't know if you just tuned in, Teresa. This was the cast that we pulled that day. We're going to be casting more Every time we go out, we're gonna have a minimum of 1 or 2 kits each on us, so we can get a couple few to forecast every time we go out. But what I mean, and when I say that, and I gotta get a lot of plaster, guys, because I'm not meaning like we go out there for Friday, Saturday, and we have just kits for one time going out. No, I'm talking about stockpiling on stuff. So we go out on our expedition. We each have enough casting material to do 2 casts on that one live. And then the next day when we go live, we have another set of casting materials. So Weasel comes across more track. I don't care. I'll cast every track out there. Seriously. It's science, guys. I mean, seriously, you can tell a lot by a foot. I mean, you could tell if they've had injuries. You could tell by the way they walk, from the way the toes dig into the earth. You could tell the construction of their foot, such as the mid-tarsal break and all that. You have you could tell the height of them. You know what I mean? There's so many elements that go along just by reading a footprint. So yes, okay, I take the Dogman print. Yeah, I know you want a Dogman print, Biggie. But
That's weird. I haven't seen. They have what human feet, the head of a dog and human
oh,
feet going
Teresa,
around.
you just tuned in. This is an old cast. This was the first time squatchtopic.pa has ever attempted a cast. This is a left hand. This is your thumb. There's your fingers. I think I got it right. I think I do. But look at that. How massive.
I think you got it the wrong. Sure.
Well, oh wait, it was in the no. It was this way in the ground because I had that stick. I put that stick right here
There's a stick.
to, so the stuff wouldn't slop over. So yeah, it was laying in this way because
Yeah.
I thought it was a deformed footprint at first. Whenever I casted it, I thought it
Yeah,
was
it
a
made it
deformed footprint, and then I went back and looked at the pictures. I was like,
made it
oh
look
wait,
like
it was a
the
hand.
big thumb was almost the toe, so that made it look like it was like that. Yeah, yeah. That's almost what. When he kept pointing it out, I mean, it does look
Yeah,
different.
one of the dog man's toes are short. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for telling me that, Sister Romana. Yeah. So, what does everybody think of Sight 2 if you watched it? I mean, we went down there. It was like every 30 to 60 feet, there's another tree structure. But I noticed they were all isolated on that ridge line around the back of where my wife used to live. That's weird because, or not weird, but I find it ironic because if you watch the Origins video, that live we just did on New Year's, when she talks about her experiences growing up, well, her sandbox was right up against the tree line, and there's all those structures right around that spot.
Oh,
What do you think about that, Weasel?
Josh pointed out. I mean, I thought at first I thought the structures I was seeing the tree, like how you would lean up, like triangles. Thought that was young ones like learning how to make their own structure. Was doing that. Squash is the ones that tie. I mean, I knew that because they, quarter ones would tie and twist everything together and make it like a type nest.
Like the one right up near the house,
Mm-hmm.
which I noticed Actually, Biggie. See, I don't take credit for other people's stuff. Biggie is the one who noticed when I was on the phone with him walking, because I video chat with Biggie all the time, and he seen a glyph on the ground. I added a stick to it, which they never took that stick off of it. But what they did do at the structure, see the pictogram on the ground matched the way the stuff was set up on this structure. I did notice when I put that extra stick on that pile there to put another way across, when I went back there next time, I was looking at the pictures. They put well, I can't say board, I can't say stick because they're like that round, but they put an extra one in there and made it match what was on the ground. I thought that was irregular, and I'm very curious of what that depicts for what they use for. And unfortunately, I did not leave a trail camera on that because we found the Mega X. And after seeing what happens at the regular Big X on camera, I need to see what happens at the Mega X. So we left the bag of apples for him and a trail camera. But as always, Biggie gets all our pictures that we take. I send every picture to Biggie. He's our visual analyst. I'll tell you. The one photo, I'll put him on Facebook. I'll put him on Facebook for you guys. I was over this way looking at the Mega X. Okay? Weasel was standing in the back and he took photos of me there. Now, that part where that one break came up and it made an arch, right where that arch is, if you zoom in on that picture, you can see two eyes. You can see two eyes. So Biggie circled it for me and sent it back to me. And I was like, I'll be darned. That was a big boy right there. And that thing had to be 11 foot tall. I mean, seriously, you found a dog man too in that pic. So, yeah, guys, like, they do close. And when we were in that Mega X, that big one was in there right along with us. And we have a photo of it. I mean, I didn't know. I sent it to Biggie. He sent me a circle back, and sure enough, there's two eyes. It's the shape of a squatch, and it is Jagunga. So I'll put that on Facebook later for everybody. I think the worst video we did this last week, the one I frown on the most, was the EVP live. So what happened with that? I had this new camera we got, and we were starting the EVP session, and something kept turning off my camera. Like, it would just turn off. I tested at the house; it works normal. So I don't know what to think of that, but every time we started recording, it would go a couple minutes, and then it would just shut off. You'd hear it turn off. So that's why we clicked to live, and that was creepy. Like, Weasel, I look over at him. He's going like this, like there's a swarm of bees after him. And
I
from
should.
the
That's
angle
why. I
of
mean,
view was there was a tree blocking my vision, so all I see is him swatting. But then as I came across this way, I seen a light, a piece of light. It was weird. Zip off real quick. So Weasel, you go ahead and explain what was happening.
it looked like
There's Gus.
there's Gus. Like a doopy. See this little white light tail to it, 4-inch tail. But it was moving, bird flying around like it was an insect. Okay. It was like
Oh, yeah, the
sipping
lights
so
in here.
quick. It was barely, my eyes were barely touching it.
Yeah,
And
Jesse,
then all of a sudden, I seen like 5 of them, and they started swarming around me.
you're right, Teresa.
I was like
They did.
trying to swallow. I realized I was like, maybe I'm not seeing anything. So I started rubbing my eyes, thought it was something I was seeing, but I
That wasn't
still
one
was
of the
seeing them
ones.
after. Yeah, so I at first, until he did see what
But what's
I
ironic,
was seeing.
though, what did the EVP say? Not even 30 seconds before that happened.
Well, at first it said, then it went to say, we will. And then after I saw all that flying around,
Yeah,
trying to keep on his shoulder, like hard on him.
well, that was
So
right after the
after
camera
you
shut off.
heard,
Again, right
yeah,
before that happened, the camera shut off by
it
itself.
says,
And then the camera shut off, and it was like like that. Right here on the back of my shoulder. It was like an actual hit, but not real hard. Kind of like you punch buggy green, no punch back kind of deal. Like when you'd hit your buddy in the arm when you're playing around punch buggy.
this
Something like
guy,
that, but it was in the back of my shoulder.
this guy will cuddle you up like a bear, love you, give you a good
I
5 minute
got luck. That made me mad. I don't like that
kissing.
stuff.
All he really does this for is for cookies. He won't do it for anything. Let you hug him. Oh
There's
man,
Taco. He's mean.
he ain't mean. He's a typical Chihuahua. Just got to get to know you first. Here you go.
Weasel.
Don't eat your cookie.
I've known that dog how many years, and it still yaps at me every time it sees me.
He don't like.
Gus likes me.
Always likes. He likes everybody. He's a friendly dog.
I don't know, man. I don't get along with Chihuahua. We used to have a Chihuahua, and me and him didn't get along very well. He used to get mad at me, and then he would lift his leg on my pillow, and it's like, you expect me not to be mad? He died, though, unfortunately. When Girlie passed, she was 16 years old. She was a German boxer. She passed away from old age, and then exactly 2 weeks later on the dot, Ralph died. In her bed, laying in her little bed. Yeah, Ralphie boy. See, back in those days, I was in a rock band, and that dog used to make me mad because I'd be writing my music because I don't do covers. I was writing originals and stuff. I'd be jamming out. I'd record the bass, the guitar, the drum. I have everything ready. It's time to lay down the vocal track. I have everything ready to go. I got my playback going. I start singing. Next thing you know, you hear in the back of the track, I'm like, oh, come on. That was Ralph, though. He loved rock and roll. He'd sing right along with you. But that's not Squatch related. We're not here for doggies.
No, we're
But that EVP session we did was irregular to me because our equipment kept shutting off. Oh, that's cool, Teresa. After we're done on our live, I'll send you a couple of my tracks
what's up,
through
dog?
Messenger. Yeah, the Misfits. Ralph liked the Misfits. Me too. I like the Misfits. Iron Maiden. My little girl's 6 years old, and when Mike Tornacosta came out, she picked up my BC Rich Kerry King signature series from Slayer, and she started strumming and she started singing Fear of the Dark from Iron Maiden to him. And she's 6 years old. Iron Maiden. Dog. What is up, dog? Hey, I messaged you on Messenger. I went back. You didn't get it yet. And I try emailing you back to respond to your email. But every time I try to email you back, dog, it comes back and says queued. I'm not tech savvy. So I did respond to you, though, through Messenger since I could not get a hold of you through email. And
Come
I
on,
want to
Gus.
let you know that
Making a
your
mess up here.
idea, I'm not telling nobody what your idea is, and I don't need nobody taking your ideas and claiming it for their own. But I love your idea I am looking into that, and I want to do that, but I'm leaning more towards summertime doing it because what I'll do is I'll get a trail cam and I will. They have that little screw thing on the bottom.
Hey,
I can get some things, rip some things apart, jerry rig a bar. I got Weasel do it, and then we'll put a camera in there and do that setup you're talking about. But you don't have to. You don't have to pitch in on that. Your idea was good enough. I'm not telling nobody what your idea was, and summertime we are going to do that. Thank you. And when we do it, I am going to make it known to everybody that you're the one that came up with that idea. I don't take credit for other people's, you know, if somebody does something, somebody has an idea, I'll tell you, hey, yo, like this was Ram Jam's idea. We're going to do this. Or this was Dog's idea. We're going to do this. I'm not going to be like, oh, you stole my idea. No. You get credit for your thoughts, man. You get more coffee. Yeah.
I don't know. I
That
just
man can't function without coffee. I can't function without monsters. But yeah, that
stuff
EVP
stinks.
session, I didn't like that very much. Honestly, the reason I didn't like it was because they messed with my equipment more than normal. Normally, we go back there, we have the battery drain, we have the stuff like that. I went through 2 fully charged batteries in a matter of 15 minutes.
Be under. I mean, went through with that EBB session. That would have been the Weasel's files.
You're right,
Because
Ramon.
I was, you know, squash topic is for the
What's
Bigfoots.
up,
I mean,
dog?
you started that for the Bigfoots, and that's what we're gonna do. What's up?
Dilio.
Well, anyways, we're gonna that other topic over into other things that slides off of the Bigfoots. This goes on with. We're gonna focus. What we're gonna be on his channel, the Bigfoots, and we're gonna try to, following them along.
Yeah, Squatch Topic.
And
We're focusing. Here's my
footage.
interest with Squatch Topic, bro. I want to do Sasquatch. I want to do the Dog Man, and yeah, that's that. Yeah, Squatch Dog. But I mean, if other cryptid species come into line, like say Wendigo or Skinwalker, something of that nature, things like on a physical level like that, yes, I want it on this channel. Now, for the Weasel Files, that's when we're getting into the spiritual realm, the stuff I don't like messing with.
Now, I don't like Peter, but in his more than we can get into stuff that just off of files, the Josh's file. We want to make sure that we know what's going on because it seems, the big in these woods. So negotiating with them, and we're just seeing things that's rolling off it. So I mean, it's basically like you just start sliding every because we got to focus on one thing on the other because there's so much on the other files. This is going to be so fly. What were they? Were they little flares around my face, hovering around my as an adult? I grew up in the woods. I grew up in Erie. woods was my domain. That was my playground. I just always loved those.
Get him, Ramona. You're on it. You're right.
Love.
You listen to Ramona. Anything Ramona tells you, Weasel, you take into your mind and you take into your heart and you apply it. Okay, buddy? Anything Miss Ramona says, seriously, she knows her stuff.
Yes, I do. Like to. It's just like
Oh, my
it's weird. I've been telling Josh.
Little bird
Those-
call.
I love going into like it calls me in, you know, and I love to go in there, and I just like to hike and observe everything surrounding everything, even the life of plants and insects. And I told myself I have to get that, you know, the creepy crawlies. Stop disrespecting them like that.
Yeah, Dallo,
But that,
Dallo Gamer, you're in there talking about the Wendigo, man. Look, seriously, the history of that area where we camp at. All right, 1774, Lord Dunmore War. You know, I looked up on the history of it. The all the game lands were desolate because, you know, during the battles between the white and the natives, all the game left. Deer and all that, they all left. So there was, and then winter came, so therefore there was no foliage to feast on, and there was no food, guys. So sad to say, the settlers started preying on the Native Americans there, and they were cannibalizing them. Now, if you look back, in Native culture, you know, the Six Nations, the Algonquin speaking, they there's there's legends of curses and different things of that nature. I'm not very fluent with, so I'm not going to speak much on it because I don't know much of the subject. But from what I do know is that if there is, uh, I guess, an act of cannibalism, and the curse of the Wendigo could be brought upon that land. And I still have to research more, so I'm not going to talk out the side of my neck on this. But from what I gathered, the history of my area does sound like a positive area for Wendigo to be. As far as me trying to educate you guys on it, I can't. I don't know enough to tell you about it. I've been studying Sasquatch, and I study the Adlet, aka Dogman. So that's where I just don't want to feed you guys false information. I gotta keep it real, you know what I mean? If I don't know something, I don't know it. I'm not gonna make things up just to appease you. Been doing it for 20. I do spirit investigations for 40
so
years.
much.
Weasel. Teresa is that woman I was telling you about that I talked to on Messenger that is a cryptozoologist. That's her who's talking to us in the live chat. She's a cryptozoologist. You can learn a lot from her, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Her and I even have talked about portals and stuff.
Well, there's people I have to learn from. I mean,
she knows her stuff.
Experience stories I could tell, you know.
You hear the rain?
Out there that really did, you know, so getting too much in. I do know I had, and this one's still rid of it.
We'll work on that, buddy.
Yeah.
You have hope from that.
Yeah, but I still, like I said, I try to get as much as I can, a little bit more and more. It helps me out to get rid of whatever's on me. Why it attached itself, but you know, I have a bunch of stories.
Speaking of stories,
Wow.
I'll let you finish. I'm sorry. All right. Speaking of stories, guys, cryptid encounters.
Shh, quiet.
I have a couple episodes lined up for it, but my phone. I could go live from my phone because it does not take up memory and all that. But as far as making videos and stuff, I can't do it on my phone no more because I just don't have the memory or the storage. So last night I ordered a webcam for my computer. So once this webcam comes in, I will get the cryptid encounters things going because there's a fellow who sent me a while ago, and then he messaged me his encounter again, and I'm assuming that he thinks I'm blowing him off. It's not that. I don't have the memory in my phone. I have to wait till this webcam comes in so I can do it on my computer. Oh, who else just came in? Skunkhead. What's up, buddy? Dilo, Skunkhead. Y'all weren't in here when I showed this. All right. So you know, that cast that we did live, right here. We are going to be getting several more though before the cast drawing. The cast drawing will be held on February 10th. I will go live on February 10th, and I will do the cast drawing. But we will have more casts by that time because we're going to go out there again before then, and we're going to get more casts done. And you get to pick the cast yourself, whoever the winner is. So, if you want, you can even see I won't drop it, buddy. I'm actually squeezing it really tight. Now, if you want to put in an entry for a free cast, remember, squatchtopic.pa@gmail.com. Shoot me an email for the subject, write cast. And then for the message in it, you give me your YouTube handle. That's it, your YouTube name. My wife goes on the computer. She's more computer savvy than me. Jess goes on there, and she created a file. So anytime a subject comes in that says cast in the subject, will automatically get dropped into a file. So it'll be separate, just like cryptid encounters. She made a cryptid encounter one, so as one comes in that says for encounters, it goes in a cryptid encounter file, which is cool. So I want you guys. I got like, I don't know. Last time I checked, there was 12 entries. The last time I checked. But seriously, DA, I know you want a cast. I know you want one. My wife was telling me about whenever Charles was showing him, you were trying to figure out how to get a ticket. Well, if you don't have luck with his, shoot me an email, get entered in ours. You don't got to pay nothing. Not even shipping. I will pay that with my own money. I will send it with my own money out of my pay.
Yeah, Josh is very passionate on that, just to show appreciation.
Exactly. Like, seriously, guys, think about it. You take your time to watch us two goofballs do our thing in the woods while we research.
Yeah, and we're not faking anything. We're just basically what you guys are seeing, and I'm hoping you guys are seeing. Guys, and feeling the same concept, the things that goes on.
This is my offer. A gift should not have to be paid for. That is a gift from Squatch Topic to the winning survivor. Oh my God, subscriber. That was Squatch Topic's gift to the subscriber. You do not pay for a gift. No. That'd be like Aunt Fifi sending you a Christmas gift and say, "Oh, by the way, you gotta give me $15 for shipping." No. Oh, okay, Jess. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing. I appreciate you doing that. Definitely, I appreciate that. But but like I said, we're gonna go out. We're gonna get more casts done too. Next time we go out, we're gonna have multiple casting kits on us, so we can get a bunch of casts. And whoever wins, you pick the one you want. I don't care if it's a baby cast. I don't care if it's a big boy cast. You get the one you want. But if I get a 21-inch one, I hope there's more than one up there, because if I find a 21-inch one, my deepest apologies to all the subscribers. That one does not go in the pot unless I get another one. If I get a second one, yes.
Well, we
But
will.
if I only
We're,
get
we're
one
gonna.
21-incher, that gets sent to Biggie. A promise is a promise.
I would like to see a little cast from one print. Would be print.
I know, but that's kind of. I don't want to do it like that. I don't
Got
want to do that, buddy, because that breaks anytime you cast it, when you pull it out, you're disturbing the earth and you're altering it.
figured.
I do not want nobody to
Yeah.
have an altered print. I want an original. That's why it's not sanded down. That's why I'm not busting the edges off around. Like some people, like they'll take a cast like these little right in here, they'll bust this off and sand it down. No. It's
Nah.
like another thing. When you're looking at a cast, and if you don't believe me, go on Dr. Jeff Meldrum's site. Casts that are real. You can see all these lumps. That's from the ground. You can see earth. There's leaves tied in there. Hell, there's a rock right there. A little rock right there. You got a stick right here. This is a cast taken from the ground. All right. So
You should be altering under that.
I
Defies the
don't want to
whole
alternate
entire.
it. This is how it came off the ground. And if you go online, you Google it, casts. I promise you, all casts that come out of regular ground, this does not include clay. Okay, mind you that. You will have this rough texture. That is from the earth. Okay? But if you got the cast out of clay, that would be beautiful. You would see subdermal ridges and everything. So it is, it is a decent cast, Biggie. I mean, I don't think it's that pretty, but I wish the toes were more defined. I mean, you could clearly see the mid. I don't want to drop it. You could clearly see the mid-tarsal break in there. Yeah, how it comes in and it dips down in and then comes in. That's the mid-tarsal break right there. You can actually at this angle you can see it. Most casts, yeah, exactly. If a cast is perfectly smooth, that means one of three things. A, it was taken out of really good clay. B, it was made in a mold, being foam or silicone or something of that nature. Or C, you sanded the hell out of it and you just destroyed the entire print because you took all the defining evidence out of it to shape it. If you think I'm BSing you, look up Dr. Jeff Meldrum's work. He does cast. He reads casts every day for a living.
If the print bars underneath the pad, walking bare. Yeah. In the time when you cast it, you should never. The skin, all that like on the bottom lines of the creasing.
Next, Todd.
Your hands when the flexing. You should see all that.
Yeah.
I would like to get us a nice deeper print so it can be.
Oh, look, no plaster on the shirt.
Yeah.
I'll be a smart aleck. I'm sorry. That was for Biggie. Oh, yeah. For the ones that are in here that weren't in here earlier, all right, I'm going to show you something that I'm not giving up. Yeah, here's a foot. This is a juvenile, though. This is a juvenile, guys. All right. Now, when we found that 21-inch print, I know I said this earlier, but there's people in here that wasn't earlier. Check this out. We went about, what was it? We measured. It was 23 feet away from where your hammer is. Am I right, Weasel? 23 feet where that tree
About
was?
20. Yep, about 23 feet from.
We found a print on the next to the tree, and we casted it. All right. Right after we dumped the casting material, we mixed it all up. We was in a rush because it was time to go soon. We walked around the other tree with a 21-inch print. I was so angry with myself because I was impatient and I casted this instead of the 21-inch print that I didn't know was there at the time. But there's a handprint, guys. I don't know which way it went. Yeah, there's the thumb. Look at this. That's a hand. And I mean, if you guys want to see on Facebook, if you want to see the picture of where this cast came from, I'll upload it on there. I'll do it. I can put a picture of the initial print itself, then with the
There's
cast
two
and
of us
stuff in
cast.
it, and then the cast.
I could send them to you.
I have them too. I'll put them up on Facebook.
You were casting it, and I was. So yeah, I probably did send them to you.
Yeah.
It was a while ago.
Hello, Jess.
Did I get all that right?
All right, let's see. My wife just handed me her phone. She just put a message up on our Facebook page. It reads, "Attention all members, we are running a free Bigfoot cast giveaway. Drawing will be pulled live on YouTube February 10th, 2023. Cast was done live on video titled Setting Cams at X and Mega X while Weasel finds a print at the 2-hour timestamp." That's good to know. For this print here, if you want to know where these prints came from, that's good to know.
So they can actually watch.
So you can actually go back and see that it was legitly casted.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the video it was on, and the timestamp was 2 hours. And then we did a separate video after that to go pull the cast. It was labeled 13% battery or something like that, because that's all I had left on my battery. But it says here, all you have to do to enter is send us an email at squatchtopic.pa at gmail.com, and the subject line write cast. In the subject, please include your name, YouTube handle name. You will receive an email back in return confirming you have been entered in a raffle. Best of luck to all who join on the fun. That was from my wife. Now, when it comes to returning messages on the emails, guys,
I'll be checking.
my wife will be doing that for me because every time I try to answer an email, that damn thing gets queued, and I don't get it.
Well, I answered all of them today and had no problem.
You sent all the confirmations out
Yes,
today?
I did.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome, 'cause I got confirmations back from a few people too. So
You got confirmations back from a few? Good. I think DA's entering.
Okay. I'll look out for the email.
DA, I know you really want to cast. I'll pray for you, buddy. I will. Because I know you want one. My wife told me about when you was watching the unveiling of those casts that you were trying to figure out how to get entered into that, and the response you got instead of help was you're going to have to figure it out. I'm sorry. I'm not going to be like that, guys. Yeah, my wife does rock. Matter of fact, guys, today is our 16 years anniversary of being together. We hooked up
Happy
January
anniversary.
3rd, 2007 is when her and I hooked up. So, yeah. Today's a happy day. We've been married for 9 years. But yeah, Biggie, I'm trying to get you a 21-inch. Because I don't know if everybody knows this, You know, you have channels talking about, oh, we're going to collaborate with other channels and compare data. You know, it's funny when people say that and then you try to compare data and they refuse to share any of their data. It makes you wonder if they even have data. You know, Biggie and I talk every single day. We shoot ideas back and forth every single day. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Dilo. Oh, everyone's saying happy anniversary now. It is a happy day. But yeah, guys, this channel, if I have media, I'm sharing. I'm not holding stuff back from the public. I'm going to. I mean, the only reason I haven't released the trail cam footage that I keep talking about with the X, the only reason that is not done yet is because I'm waiting on some stuff to come back. You know, I send all my photos, all my video stuff. I send it all to Biggie. I mean, he goes through these files for me. You know what I mean? That takes time. And plus, he has his personal life endeavors to go through and whatnot. And he has some personal things going on at the time. But once I get all that footage back from him with his findings, then I'm going to go on my video editor and take, because it goes photo, 10-second video, photo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on my video editor. I'm going to merge all of those together and do a portal video of what I got at the X. So yeah, that'll be coming out soon. Yeah, I know you're working on it, Biggie. I know you're working on it, buddy. I'm not rushing you either. You know, you're dealing with what you're dealing with right now. So you family first. That's what I'm talking. I didn't want to put your business out there. Yeah, Biggie's daddy passed away, so that's why I'm not riding him. You know, I don't have. When I send somebody media to go through, I'm not going to sit there and be like, "You better have this back to me in 3 days." No, no. I don't work like that. But as far as getting extra trail cam footage out there, I've been going on eBay. I'm an eBay junkie. I love eBay. I've been going on there trying to get more trail cameras. The issue I'm having with that is like I'm looking for like a 4-pack, stuff like that. Every time I find them on eBay, I click on it, and when you go into the options to pick what kind of package, they ain't got the cameras no more. All they have are the little SD cards for them available. So as time goes on, I'm gonna look for more trail cameras to post because I only have 2 of them, guys. So, and no, I'm not asking notes. Don't nobody start sending me trail cameras. I don't. We take care of our own stuff here, guys. Y'all work hard for your money. You have bills to pay. You have families to support. Put your money where it belongs. You don't have to fund us. You know what I mean? That's my job. But I am looking for trail cameras, and when we get more cams, we're gonna, instead of just aiming them in the woods and random places, I want to learn more about these structures. So I want to place trail cams on all the different structures down there for extended periods of time to see what kind of research we can gather from it. Now, based on what we've gathered at the Big X, I'm going to be ordering, and this is going to sound weird, I'm ordering Geiger counters. Those are dosimeters that look for radiation levels. After seeing what I seen on the trail camera at the X, it struck my curiosity on whether or not it produces any offset levels of radiation compared to different areas. So I want to experiment with that. And I'm also thinking if I could get my hands on an old school Geiger counter, those ones that run forever on a battery, you could put a battery in those and it'll run for a month. ones with solid metal casings and all that, have the little static sound. If I could get one of those and leave it at an X, if this was there hair on the X, no, didn't look. Sorry, but yeah, sorry, I didn't look. But if I could get one of those old school ones and set it right up at the X, if something like that occurs again, when the trail camera set off, you'd be able to see if the meter's doing its thing, and you would be able to hear the clicking if it was being registered for levels going up. That's an experiment I want to do, guys. I want to see if there's radiation involved in it. And I know it doesn't really sound much along the lines of Sasquatching. Yeah. I mean, be honest with you, Teresa. I don't look for hair, but one night Weasel and I was up there. We were chilling on the porch, and I wanted to go look around with my thermal. So him and I walked down the street. We were scanning the tree lines, and then we went in the backyard, scanning the tree lines. And I left my can of soda. On the steps. When
I
we
have to
came
laugh.
back,
It was just weird at what happened.
half my soda was gone. I only took one swig out of it. It was a generic mountain. It was Mountain Lightning. We came back, half my pop was gone, and there was stuff. Yeah, you're right, Teresa. I do need to find ways to get DNA. But when I came back, half my can was gone. There was stuff floating in it, like debris. Like the stuff that you would pick off of your jacket when you come out the woods was all around the rim. And there was a single hair about that long, and it was white. And it had a follicle. What happened to that hair, Mr. Weasel? Tell everybody.
So I was holding it, and I put it into my. I was like, cast your light on. Look at it. Going inside, and microscope and stuff. As we go to look, it wasn't. It was standing there, just went. That's it.
I was mad.
We'll get. So it was like they're gonna get close enough. Handful of it.
No, you don't want to pull their butt hair, man. But yeah, we had I can't say that it was a Sasquatch hair, but I can say when we left, there wasn't no hair because it was hung up under here. Let me see.
It was hung under
like right up under here. It was hung up in the tab. Like something took a drink out of it and got a hair hung up in it and got plucked. And then we just let it blow away.
We're bumbling around.
I was gonna put that in a Ziploc baggie, man.
Bunch of little children out there trying to get what we got to get. But you know what? Serious, because we've been.
Awesome, darling.
I know that we're on. Have some way of boosting
signal boosters.
Yeah, while we're keeping the live feed when everybody else. I know everybody is. I don't even when we screen, and I noticed that even my end did the same thing, and I knew I was low on in there, especially footprints that day.
I want to do an experiment real quick, dude. When we are at the site, when we are moving with the camera, it gets pixelated. Every time there is Sasquatch present, our screens get pixelated.
I do.
I want to get up. I'm gonna get up and move around. Tell me if my phone pixelates. Sir, I just want to test this. Does it pixelate? I mean, I'm walking fast.
No, it doesn't pixel. You got good service. Well, see, that's there. See, and that's what.
Did it pixelate?
No, so when you spin it real fast, your camera will like freeze a little bit trying to cap.
No pixelization. All right,
Nope.
well, check this out. My phone service, when I'm at camp, I have full bars until I go all the way down in the ravine. I have full service. So, I think we just proved something. I always thought Ramona, I always thought it was just my camera. What I just did right now shows you something. When we were down there in our hotspot, when we're having activity, our phones are pixelated real
Yeah.
bad. And I noticed that on the other channels that are having actual activity as well. Another thing I'm thinking too, bro, for our battery supplies and stuff, there's no space. It's all one word when it comes to the email. Another thing I just thought of, what if we got a Faraday cage? Because when we go down there, even the batteries that I do not use even get drained. And by the time I put them in my light, they're dead still already. I come home, all these batteries I charge, I have to recharge. So I'm wondering if we build a Faraday cage to store our electronic equipment in, see if it still drains. Because I know military uses Faraday cages on their batteries for EMP bursts.
We could.
So that's something we might have to think about.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah.
A Faraday cage.
Shielding it. Yep. Shielding it.
Because you got people go out there, they do a 2-hour expedition hunt, and that's it, and they leave. Weasel and I, man, when we go in there, we're in a minimum of 2 days.
It's like
We don't leave, and
we're forced out. Have to leave. Even his little chocolate home to go. Yeah, we're not safe now, and now it's time. Notice that too. Sasquatch is up there, and this house is.
I'm not entering the drawing. I'm burning. Never mind. You all right, David? You can enter at any time, man. It's going until the 10th of February is when I'm doing the drawing. On my birthday. But Weasel, I was reviewing your night vision stuff. I know you have issues with your arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No. I'm not gonna even show you holding my arms up. Some things that you can start seeing just to move a little bit. The longer I hold them up, the more struggles up. Filming this one that he told him, I was like, they were moving around. So I was trying to. They were doing a show, and it was and with the lighting, trying to keep them all look like I'm going like. And I understood where he was coming from with that.
Yeah. So I ordered. I took the liberty to order a tripod for you to use.
Yeah.
Make it easier on your arm, buddy. Because you were all over the place, man. Like I was watching it, I was getting seasick watching your card. So I worked last night. I ordered you a tripod.
We're gonna have to find a way on there in the camp area for the research us because he has that beautiful camera. Yeah,
Biggie has the same camera.
we have to do that. We'll get a way to make sure the laptop has internet so he could get that going because camera. I mean, telling you, pulling the or draining it shut. Yeah, I've noticed that when I have my binoculars. Go level 7 for the IR.
You talking about our email
It
address?
doesn't drain it so fast, but something going on. Even
you know, you're surprised talking to Shell. You know what? I didn't even call her. I've been slacking.
well, Chaka actually, I think she did. We were filming, and I hope Josh caught it, and we're live, and Josh saw a dark silhouette. It wasn't black; it was in the silhouette, and she came to the tree. And the way she went up to the tree, I was amazed because not even a monkey
They're
that
fast.
She fast. And when he around, he caught her with, and it. I'm use the light, touch her, not enough to give it off. She literally went invisible right on it, and I was amazed to even with my own eyes see that.
Well, from what I've seen, bro, from my footage end, you said, "Oh, it's going up the tree." I turned around and looked, man, and then when I turned, I looked up the tree. I did catch the eye shine in a tree, but at that same moment, I heard something behind me, and I hurried up out of reflex and turned around to where I heard something behind me. But I did pan back up, and that eye shine was still in the tree.
Like I said, when he turned, even though he followed up the tree, when he turned, his light was back when he
Teresa, are you still in here? If so, I have an idea, but I want to ask because you study the paranormal and I've seen the photos you capture. You sent me some of your media to look at, and you get photos of full fledged apparitions. And where I'm getting at is the type of, I don't know if it's a static camera or what it's called. I might be wrong altogether, but there's a type of camera out there, I think, that they use to see ghosts. Now, if you're using a type of camera that can see ghosts, would it pick up a Sasquatch in cloaking mode?
they go cloaked early.
I know, because of the light refraction. So, Teresa, do you know what those cameras are called? Because I might have to look into one. Because if they could pick up apparitions, what's the chances of us being able to pick up a cloaked Sasquatch?
You need a bath, oh boy.
I think that would be awesome. It's a static cam? Okay. Okay, I'm going to start looking those up. Hey, man, this is 2023 now, guys. Squatch Topic PA. We're going to be running new ideas. We're going to be running new equipment. Telling you.
We're going to get a lot more serious.
Yeah.
Needs like a 30 more just to do live myself, but we get those equipment stuff we're picking up. something else, we'll go over to this. Josh wants to mainly keep Sasquatch on his topic.
Dalo says probably could, but think their IR camera. Oh, really? Unfortunately, they can see the IR spectrum of light. We already proved that.
Yes.
Weasel and I set up IR all around us, all
Yeah, they
around
totally.
camp.
When they
And what
focus
was
like
ironic was we were watching their eye shines reflect off of the fire and everything. And when we were watching them, we would look into our IR
McCarthy's.
cameras and whatnot, and we noticed that they were going around the range. That's weird. The visible range to where that IR was reaching with its illuminator, they would go around it. You use regular cameras. Oh, okay. Okay. I knew you were a medium. I knew that. Okay. Thank you for telling us that, Teresa. But I don't know, man. They can see the IR spectrum. They literally went around, and they went the whole way to where they were out of the viewing spectrum, and then they posted up right in between where we had our camera set up at. They went around and came up between. They knew where those IR beams were at. So that kind of, I don't know. That's where it is on that. I mean, I love IR, but they can see it. I don't know. What's your opinion?
About
Teresa?
that. There's something about them.
I did not get your email yet. If you don't get an email back by the end of the day, check your email sent to again. Okay. Oh yeah, and also guys, when we send back your email confirmation, uh I know this because when I was sending stuff to Biggie, he doesn't have Gmail. He has a different uh carrier for his emails. So everything that I sent him photo wise automatically goes into his spam folder for some reason. So yeah, if you're not using Gmail or Google, whatever it is, check your spam. See if we not like see if they if you got an email back from us if you didn't receive one on your standard inbox. I wouldn't have known that. My wife taught me that. I don't know. Yeah, see, Della, you're on Yahoo. Okay, that'll automatically go to spam then from there, from us, because that's what Biggie uses.
Like
So check
Yahoo.
your spam folder. Now I'm getting hot. Oh, you have Gmail too, Biggie? Dude, why do you give me your Yahoo one, man?
Yahoo. I have one for Yahoo and I have Gmails.
All right, we had some Weasel. I had a couple people contact me with some ideas for future. Like dog, they sent me an idea which I'm not disclosing on live until we do it.
Okay.
And then the other day I was talking with Skunk Ape on Messenger. He shot me some ideas that I'm not going to disclose yet, but I'm gonna talk to you about it, and we are going to do that. And then when we do it, when we use someone's idea that's presented to our channel, spam's empty. Okay. Whenever we do an idea that a subscriber had suggested or Biggie suggests or something, I'm going to make sure it's noted whose idea it was because your idea is your idea. It's not mine. I'm using it, but it's not my idea. Like, for instance, chalkboard, mirror, chalk. That all came from me and Biggie talking. Biggie and I throw ideas back and forth all the time, you know. So some things work, like the chalkboard, for instance. I drew a picture. There's a stick figure, and it was supposed to be me. And then there was a Sasquatch. It was like way bigger than the little stick figure. And the stick figure was handing up a bag of apples, and the Sasquatch was accepting it. And then I drew a pine tree with a little Sasquatch peeking behind it. And I drew a line down the middle. So there was my half and then their half. And I left them a pack of multicolored chalk so they can draw on their half of the board. Well, instead, they flipped the board over, took a piece of chalk, and just tapped on it. Like, they literally, like, they were just tapping on the board, and it was just a bunch of dots. Weasel said he thinks that maybe they were imitating the stars. I don't know. All I know is they tapped on it, and they left the box where the chalk was in, and they took all the chalk. I don't know if they ate the chalk or if they went into their home and did stuff like this. I don't know. I don't know what happened to the chalk, but they took the chalk, left the board, left the mirror, left the doll. But the doll that I made, I had a pouch woven into its chest, and I mean it was in there tight. They didn't pluck the pouch from it; they ripped it out of it, and when I found the pouch on the ground, it some of the contents were spilled out of it, but it didn't really go through it. And I find it uh, curious to me because what was in the pouch. I had I use when I go fishing, I use freshwater drum for bait to catch bigger fish like pike, and whatnot, and big catfish, flatheads. Now I when I cast the drum that I'm going to use for bait, I remove the eardrums because a species is known for having the largest eardrums of all fish species, and it's supposed to be good luck to keep their drums. So I put a bunch of the eardrums in there, in that bag. I put 5 pieces of raw silver ore. I put in there because I know they like shiny stuff. And there was a lighter in there and some of my hair. Well, they they had the baggie of my hair and they left it. But then I went back again and the baggie of hair was gone. And they did not take the eardrums. They didn't take the lighter. But the way it was set up, the way it was laid on the ground, is as if they opened the pouch, seen something they didn't like in there, and just threw it. I wonder if it was the silver ore. You know, you look into different cryptid species. You know, even werewolves. I mean, look in Hollywood. There's always that talk of silver. What if they're allergic to silver? I don't know. All I know is I had 5 hunks of silver in there, and they just threw the whole thing on the ground like, oh. Normally I leave rocks out there, real nice stuff. They take them and they'll leave me feathers in return or stuff like that. No, they wanted nothing to do with that silver. So that makes me wonder. Oh wow, how long you been gone, dude? I wasn't even looking at your screen.
For a little bit, I had coffee, beer.
Do you think they might be allergic to silver,
Straight
man?
out.
Weasel, you think they might be allergic to silver?
I don't know, man. I don't. I don't know how to. Things are put on the movies. You don't know if it's actually real or what it. Garlic ain't a myth. You eat that daily. It helps block the cold from you get. It helps you vitamin C. For I don't know if us are werewolves, we can start relating them back to that.
The headlets,
People
the
seem,
dog man.
yeah, people seeing
Down
dog
south
man
they call it
can
the
relate that to
Rougarou.
werewolves.
I think that's in Kentucky. It
Know about silver?
might be wrong.
I don't know. Maybe, spirit in some spirit realm. I guess
I do know
metal can help.
silver will injure a Wendigo.
I don't know.
I do know silver will injure a Wendigo. Because in order to kill a Wendigo, you put a silver arrow, you silver coated arrow or bullet or whatever into its heart. And you remove its heart and then you have to burn it.
All I
That's
know is
funny, guys. I look into stuff.
when I was growing up as a boy, I always asked my dad why he had his belt.
You never
He
told me
always
that.
had, yeah, holster. Never puts no bullets. Just had this one silver bullet forever, ever why. So he might have seen something when he was a
And
kid.
your dad's gone now, so you can't ask
Yeah. He would never tell me. He would never tell me. He might have seen he was carrying a sword.
him. He said silver patron tequila kills him. Dog. Oh man, I don't drink. I haven't touched alcohol since 2009.
Mine, I like drinks once in a while.
Only
I'm
thing
more
I
a
do is I vape my nicotine, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm a PA medical marijuana patient for seizures, and it works. 5 year seizure free,
Gus. Keep it down.
just using cannabis. But I'm legal though. I have the card. I am legal. I never messed with it until a neurologist told me to, and it took him a while to convince me. All right, Jess, Dallo sent it from his laptop. So what did you guys think about that origin video with the things Jessica was telling y'all about that area where she grew up? You know, that's intense stuff. You know? Heart transplant doctor told me to use pot. You know what, girl? The way I look at it, I mean, and if you think I'm BSing you, research it yourself, okay? If you think I'm lying, if you get a Bible, the Holy Bible, that is dated, I don't know if it was 52 or 42. I don't know. But if you get, because my wife has, because her grandfather preached for 42 years at that 10-mile church where Mike Tornicosta did the old cemetery at. She has his Bible. All right. When they did the prohibitions, they removed things from the Bible. They edited stuff out. Cannabis was one of them. If you go back in Genesis in an older Bible, where they tell you the ingredients for the actual anointing oil, 9 pounds of Cantibos is what was written. Cantibos is Hebrew for cannabis, aka marijuana. The essential healing oil was made from pot. They revised the Bibles after the prohibitions were done, and that was. Oh my God, no. Ramona, are you serious?
Wow.
Pardon me, everybody. Lord Jesus, our Creator, we pray that you accept Lord Redhawk into your arms. Let him walk the green valleys and walk the golden paved roads in heavens. May he watch down upon us with all of his ancestors and watch the joys that are to be led for the future for his family and generations to come. May he watch down upon them and smile on his families. Hear me. Amen. Sorry. I'm sorry, Romano. Sorry. Chief Red Hawks lived a very long life. Chief Red Hawks was very wise. Obviously, you just seen, y'all have my prayer. Y'all have my prayer. I'm so sorry.
Nice with the ancestors.
Okay. Ramona, I'll ask you later. I was going to ask who's going to be taking his place, but we'll talk later. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. I had to pray. I have more respect than anybody would ever believe for Miss Ramona and the elders of her tribe. You know, that touches me. And I'm very sorry for your loss. But yeah, guys, I don't know how much battery I got left on my phone. I can't even check it. Oh wait, 43%. I'm still good.
That's why I keep mine plugged in.
Wow. I don't know, guys, but that's that's heartbreaking. I'm actually getting tears. Wow. Uh, yeah, guys. If you want to be entered into the cast and you're not already, go ahead and shoot us an email. squatchtopic.pa at gmail.com. For the subject, write cast, and then the message, write your YouTube handle. You'll be entered in for a Sasquatch cast. A legit one. That you will, and the thing is, every cast pulled that we pull will be live when we
So
pull it.
you get to see it that we're actually casting prints, so you all know that
And
you're getting prints, not
that's
anything
right.
else.
And whenever you have the selection to pick from on that card with the number on it, it will say on there what video it was pulled from. So you could go back and say, all right, that's where it came from. It's real. No hoax. We don't have to fake it and make it. But
We're trying to collect all the evidence as possible as
you know
proof
what,
of
guys?
their existence.
Seriously, think about it. The Bigfoot community is cutthroat. You know, you have this group of people who believe this, you have this group of people who believe that, and they can't get along. They're constantly have to bang heads. Oh no, I know everything. Oh, I know everything. No, nobody knows nothing. Nobody knows nothing.
Seems like they're
You know?
showing themselves a lot more and more. It's just
So,
we're just capturing what we're just
like
learning.
Scott Carpenter, man, he swears up and down by portals. He swears up and down by cloaking. He is correct. A lot of people will dog him, say, "Oh no, that's not how it is. You don't do that." Well, I'm sorry, I'm getting the same results.
Getting the same results here. It just makes it sound that we don't even
You
know
know.
what they truly are yet.
So
We're just scratching the surface.
check out Scott. I ain't gonna lie. I only watched like one or two of his videos. But check out Scott Carpenter, man. He's on the right track. Dave Paulides. He does the Missing 411. All right. Pay attention. He has this thing. I think there's 11 of them out now. He has this thing called Bigfoot Class 101. Pay attention to that. Because lot of these people Sasquatching, they're convinced they're running around the woods looking for a big ape. They're looking for a monkey. No. Watch tape of Lighties. Now,
There's no way
people,
they're monkeys. What they're doing,
people
they don't
dog
show
him.
no monkeys.
I swear to God, people hate on him because of what he says. But the thing is, everything that he's putting out there, he's going back and looking at historical accounts. He's not just going off he said, she said. He goes the whole way back and he digs. And he's not just focusing on the title Bigfoot. There's so many names. Every culture has a different name. You know, just like, you know, Wild Man, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Dr.
Whatever how you want to
I've
describe what
heard
they are.
Yowie, Yeti. That's just right off the top.
You know,
Every
the white
domain has their own
Sasquatches,
name.
natives call them the Twilight people. You
Some
know?
do, yeah.
They said they come out during the twilight of the moon and they messed with them in their tents and took their belongings and stuff. They call them a menace.
Weasel, what time is it?
It is 3:45.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I just read your message, dog. Well, I got footage that I'm going to be releasing shortly. You want to see what that stuff looks like, dog? Wait till that comes out. You'll see. I got a full video from my drone cam on me. Beginning to end. It started off as black fluttering. Dark mass fluttering. Just like that. And then it turns into a yellow light and vanishes.
I do know that we want to get better equipment, but we don't want to overwhelm our areas with electronics like that. We don't want to push them away. We want them to keep coming. It seems like we're down there with nothing in hand, and our cell phones are in our pocket. They come right out and show themselves.
Well, the thing is,
later,
though, man,
Ramona, be careful. Hope everything goes well.
Some think they're descendants of giants, Darla said. You know, it's ironic, is last week and a half ago.
I did kind of wanted to claim them as the children of the Nephilims, you know, because giants were the Nephilims.
But you can't without research.
Without proper research, but it kind of relates back. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, to make that proof, but if you want to listen to our ancestral people throughout the times, even on the stone carvings, they've drawn aliens, they have drawn Sasquatch, they've drawn giants, you know. So we can't ever say they did not exist or they do not exist. We can say that they've been around for an awful long time. And what people are out there, if you get out there, if you can or able to, and you go out there and you're alone, especially at night, man, because it just seems like at night more things are focused. I know we can say that our fear can generate such things, which is true. You know, your eyes can deceive your mind, but you always just got to keep it up here in mind that
what
you know what you're seeing.
Your eyes can deceive your mind.
Try not to allow your eyes deceive in your mind. Just keep your mind good and clear. Just keep it in thought.
What if your eyes are not deceiving your mind, though, and you are seeing what you're seeing, and your mind just
I know that because scientists will say
this is not real.
Optical trickery does happen, and you can see things that are not truly there. You can make something out. Like you can look through the branches of a tree, and you can make something out of the weaving of the branches. You know, your eyes can do that. Yes.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yes, well, look, you can see such things like that. But, you know, you really have to keep that in mind that this is what is going on for you so that you can use your mind to look through your eyes and not let your eyes play your trickeries on you. Keep your fear away. I mean, if there's something really out there and if you feel your hair standing up, that is a sign. That is a true sign to let you know that you might be in danger. You know, I did found that, after I start seeing these Sasquatch more and more, my fear is gone with the Sasquatches. I know they're not there to harm us. So it's not them. When my hair stand up, I know it has nothing to do with them. It's something else. Something's warning me that, I might be in danger. That something's coming up that I need to keep away from. These things that we all
You're
have
right.
to agree on that. There's a lot of things out there, that are truly unexplainable. Can be captured on video. You train your eyes, you can see such things like ghosts or invisible Sasquatches. I know I have to laugh at it. It's kind of hard to take that in. I mean, it just proves that they don't truly belong here. They're not part of the earthly species because not one species on Earth can really do that unless it's like lizards and certain insects that can
Octopus,
changes their.
chameleons.
Yeah, but what they're doing is it's called camouflage. They're just changing the color of their skin to the background. Okay, they're not really totally invisible. They're not going invisible. They're just being transparent to the background. They're matched. They're blending in.
But what I'm
You know,
saying, bro,
like a guy in a
is
ghillie suit.
just because they have capabilities that we are incapable of, it does not mean they are from outer space. I mean, we can't say that they're aliens without definitive proof. I mean, we can say it's our hypothesis, it's our educated guess, but we can't claim them to be aliens without appropriately. You feel what I mean?
Yes, and that's where our facts will come from our evidence. We're gathering the evidence. We're proving that
We're
there's something
trying, man.
totally
We're doing
different
everything we
species.
can.
We're showing that they might be a species that truly don't belong part of this earth. They might have come from
I
space,
think
or
they're
it's their
subterranean humanoid
space.
species,
It's their
personally.
space. We're capturing portals. Maybe they're interdimensional beings.
That could be
We
too.
don't know that exactly true, but we're gathering the evidence slowly. But we're getting there. We're getting some to back up whatever we can. But yes, we can't truly claim anything until we have all the facts put together like a puzzle and get
Yeah,
the whole big
Jessica's
picture out
people
of it.
believe that they came from the stars.
Well, yeah,
It's,
that's what I said. I
her
mean, the word
ancestors believe
alien
they came
comes
from the
from
light
as
that fell from
from
the sky.
afar or not belonging. I mean, that's why they truly wanted to change that word alien from people who comes from another country because they're really not aliens. They're humans. They belong here. It's just they come from a different land. Yeah,
Hey,
and they
Weasel,
sneak
before we go
into
on,
the.
man, let me touch something right here because Darla said something back here. Um, she said that some think they're descendants of giants. Okay. About a
Yes.
week and a half ago, I was on Tubi on the television and I watched a documentary on the giant skeletons that were unearthed all across the North America and that were taken to the Smithsonian and then all of a sudden don't exist now. Well, what they were going over the physical details of them, a lot of them were found to have 6 fingers. Another thing detail that I noticed was these giants had 2 rows of teeth. So that makes me want to get a bite impression, but I don't know how to get a bite impression without getting my arm bit off or something. Like, I have to find a way. Like, I left a cupcake one time at the X, if you guys remember that. I left a cupcake at the X one time, and we were live. I went back up there. It was properly opened. You could see the thumb marks where it was opened, and they bit into it. And you were able to see the shapes of the outer teeth. But I need to find a way to see if they have 2 rows of teeth. So I need to find something that would entice them to bite into
Could be.
but they
Could
can't
be
like
yellow.
mold. I don't
You
know.
might be right.
I can't think of nothing though. Because if I could get a bite impression, if there's 2 rows of teeth, then scientifically we have physical data to connect them with the giant skeletons that are being unearthed across America. Another thing that was brought up on that Giants episode was some of these tribes of giants, not all of them, some of them, they love gold. And some of them would put these things, like some tribes, how indigenous peoples would do things to alter the shapes of their heads and whatnot. There's some of them had these things they put around their head that made them have a cone head because as they grew, it shaped their skull. I don't know if they believe that that was a type of their ancestor, which is kind of alienish. Goes along with what you said. But what were they trying to mold their heads to look like, and why? Because you have these tribes of giant skeletons. Some of them have normal shaped heads like us, and then these other ones have these cone heads. But the ones that have cone heads have been found with relics that would actually be worn to shape the head into that sense. Every YouTube watch giants emerge and elsewhere. They can't exactly. Jessica, me, and some people experienced the Phoenix Lights crash before they went to Phoenix. We were at an abandoned Air Force Base in Glen, Arizona. Oh yeah. Ah, that's cool. You know what gets me? Ram Jam seen this because I was on a video call with him. Me and him were sitting there at camp. He was on my phone. I had the camera facing down the hill. Weasel seen these too, firsthand. They're 2 lights side by side, like you're looking through, like you're shining a light through binoculars. There's no source for this light, but it's a beam of light, and it just moves at a steady pace through the woods.
It was like something was.
It goes perfectly straight the way it's going. It does not bob for motion, nothing. It just goes perfectly straight.
It was coming. It looked like it came across the road from because we showed you when we were doing the tracking that we went across the road to site 2. It looked like it came from site 2. It come across the road and it was coming down the hill, and it was like every 3 seconds. It was like an eye shine. It was like a figure 8.
That.
Okay, it was like
I'll look that up.
It was like a figure 8. Okay, almost like the shape of binocular, like your face mask for diving. Okay, a figure 8, and it just flashed every 3 seconds, and every 3 seconds when it flashed, it was here, then it was 100 feet here, and then 100 feet here. It was like moving that quick in 3 seconds, and it kind of got me worried because that was when I saw my first time. I got to see the 4 white ones and Chaka. And one of them turned around, which freaked me out when I got to see its face to notice it was more humanish, like not monkey. It was human all the way. And it waved on like, come on, come on. And it was telling that one that always shows herself to me. And she was down at the level that which was really close to me because it's kind of like a heel drop off, flattens out. There's 3 layers like that coming down into the woods before it really goes straight down. And they were down on my level. Chaka and Tala was there with Chaka there. And the other 3 was up on the next layer. And the one turned around and said, come on, let's go. Motion.
That was a nice
and that's right after that is when we saw those lights.
Yeah, I find it ironic is with that sighting that Weasel's talking about when we were in our hammocks and when the 5 Squatch came about, they were chilling. Like, I don't know, 25 feet away from us.
20. It was actually 20 from my hammock, my feet.
The leaves on the ground were infested with these. I mean, you could hear them moving. These millipedes are like that long, and they were fat and juicy.
They're nice finger thick Centipedes. We
Yeah.
can, yeah,
They were,
everybody could
they
eat
were
them. Good
picking them out of
protein.
the leaves and they were just munching on them like potato chips. And when those lights, see, Weasel saw a set of lights from up his direction. I was facing the other way in my hammock. He seen the lights coming down the hill. I seen that same light pattern coming up the hill. And then I I held on to my, see, I seen the squatches that day because I heard urination. And then it was going on for a while. And I'm like, man, how long were you holding it? And I'm like, Weasel, is that you? And then I heard him move in his hammock. I heard the peeing up there. So I held on to my hand because the way I was laying in my hammock, okay, it was this way. And my recording button on my night vision is on this side. So what I had to do was hold my hammock and lean back around, and I was holding it, and my hands are too small to reach the whole way around. If I'd have let go of my hammock with the other hand, I'd have flipped out of it and fell. And they were just eating these millipedes. And when these lights came, I'm assuming it was the mill because it didn't have nothing here. When it seen those lights coming, did a come on motion. They stopped what they were doing. They left their meal ticket and they left. They just got up and walked away. That was that. Why were they scared of those weird lights traveling through the woods with no source?
Maybe, at the time, Chaka was just a juvenile. The other four were 7 feet. Okay. Now I see Fala walking around. She's 10 feet now. So I'm thinking that they were just mature enough to go ahead, mature enough at 7 feet where they can start, finding a mate, to where Chaka was still the juvenile. So if these two were coming, I would take it they would be the full grown adults. They would be the mother and father or something of them. And maybe that's why they were hurrying up because, parents are coming home. I don't know.
But the
It's a
fact
good
of the
thing to think
lights,
about.
they ran from those lights.
I do think
hold on,
they
my
have.
daughter's
I do think they have to be parents,
school bus.
because people were saying,
Excuse me.
there's 15 plus out there, so 15 plus would be the full grown adults, so they have to be the parents of the ones that we were seeing, because at the time they were just like juveniles to young adults, so that's what I'm taking it as. I'm not quite sure yet, but until I get full information on how they grow and the age of maturity and stuff like that. But if the adults can give that light, man, that's awesome. That's like generating your own lights from your eyes. It was like flashlights turning on and off, and I thought that was amazed. I was really amazed by it. At the same time, I was kind of scared. Like, what is this I am seeing? It is.
Okay.
It's seeing things down there is. We get more and more into it. We'll see more and more of it. Hi, Jerry Ray. Say hi to everybody else because we're live. We got other viewers on the channel.
There's a bunch of people seeing this, Jerry.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
How was your school today? Good?
Uh-huh.
She didn't bring her iPad home today.
It's okay. We got Sean.
Sorry about that, guys. That's Jerry.
She is a cutie pie.
You know what? The
When
one
she
time
was
I
little,
was down
she
there
was never
alone,
talkative. Now she's just very talkative. I think it's good.
that one time I was down there alone and I didn't go live that night was because I was laying in my hammock and this little Sasquatch, the little one, little black one, about the same size as her. Mind you, she's only 6. Literally grabbed me by, because I had the speaker going. I was playing the kids' songs like I always do for the Sasquatches. They love it. Thank you. And the speaker died in the middle of Herman the Worm. Weasel, you know how they like Herman the Worm. So after the speaker died, they started throwing acorns at me and stuff like that. And the one juvenile was upset. I mean, this was only like 3 or 4 feet tall. It was a little one. Literally came up, grabbed me by my arm, and pulled me out of my hammock. Literally. Like, few people on here that I talked to on Messenger has seen the bruises that it left, like, around my arm. Grabbed me out of my thing and pulled me right out of my hammock. That was crazy. I don't think it meant to hurt me or nothing. I think it wanted the music turned back on. That was interesting. And I ain't gonna lie, I was yelling and cussing. And then I think it was Chaka. I heard somebody, something like that, and then dropped me, ran off. That was that.
That could be Chaka's little guy. No.
I don't know.
She's mature enough now, and that's probably why you're seeing that black one.
You see, I know them. I know them by their, not only by the colors of them, but I know them by their faces. They all have different faces, and they're human faces. Like they don't look the same.
Mm-mm.
Like Chaka, for instance, if you look up at anybody who grew up in the 80s and 90s, if you remember Mad Magazine, they had the mascot was that cartoon they called Alfred E. Newman. If you take that face, funny looking face, stretch it out, make the ears so you can't see the ears because they're covered with the hair, and even the eyebrows and all, I swear to God, you got Chaka. Yeah. Chaka looked like Alfred E. Newman from Mad. Let's see the messages. I have to check. Horses, I have agreed. Hey, take care, Teresa. Thank you for tuning in. We're very grateful you viewed us with everybody.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
Definitely. That's awesome. Well, I don't know. We little girl's home from school. That means Jess is gonna be cooking dinner soon, so when you get Joe Ray and her brother together, all hell breaks loose. Kids will be kids. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and log off. That way I can go in there and watch the kids while she cooks dinner. And because she likes to have meals ready by 5, between 5 and 6. Inflation will be fixed. Inflation? What do you mean by that? Hold on, baby. Inflation will be fixed. 222 smell. What do you mean by inflation will be fixed?
Because we're going to wind up having an inflation problem here, and we're all going to start feeling it real soon. It's supposed to start here soon. And then they're going to fix the prices and stuff. You know how it goes, so the stock market don't crash.
Okay.
But the prices are going to go up, but nobody wants to raise up the minimum wage, to keep up. And yeah, it's going to be hardship.
What, do you want to play Power Rangers or something? Huh? You want to beat me up?
Most of our grain's coming out of Ukraine, and Ukraine's at
You
war
want to play
with
Paw
Russia,
Patrol?
so we won't be
You
getting
want to
none
watch
of that.
TV? You want your iPad, but you left it at school, sweetheart. School's closed. We can't go get it. You can use your brother's. You don't want to use Johnny's? Well, we gotta
All right,
find something
Delio.
else for
He didn't
entertainment.
see that, but I'll remind him about that.
What?
Delio said to send him an email if you want Sasquatch for Tara Ray. A Bigfoot. You want a
Jerry,
Bigfoot?
come here. We'll ask Jerry if she wants one.
Of course she wants one.
Come here. Sweetheart,
What?
Mr. Dilo Gamer wants to know.
Mr. History gives to me my iPad.
Okay,
Are you kidding me?
Mr.
Oh,
Dilo
I had
Gamer
money
wants
down
to
on the
know
Bengal
if
games. That was
you
just so
want
sad what happened to the
a
guy, but
Bigfoot statue.
they're not going to replay the game
Why?
now. I don't know what's going to
Why?
happen to my
Because
ticket.
you like Bigfoot. Do you want a Bigfoot statue?
No.
What do you want then? Your iPad? You don't want a Bigfoot statue? If you had your iPad, would you want a Bigfoot statue? She loves Bigfoot. That's like she's actually seen them before. Watching from like when she'd be outside playing. She used to call them ooh-oohs, and that was her word when she was younger for apes. And she used to say, ooh-ooh, watching me in the woods.
Yeah, right. It would be a happier place. You don't have to have no worries and get some grays going on your faces. You know, worried about how you're going to pay your next bill if your paycheck's short.
My Bigfoot toy.
That's one of her favorite toys is that Bigfoot. The Sasquatch.
Special.
It's special. What'd you name him?
No.
Hey, you have a good day,
You
DA.
don't have a new name.
You don't have a name. You got a name. Look, let me see this. Let me see. Me Sasquatch. Me said me have no name. Alright, guys. Well, hey, I am going to log off.
Daddy,
It's time to play. Buddy?
what's my two Bigfoot footprints?
No, this is not your Bigfoot footprint. This is for a lucky subscriber to win.
Let me see.
Don't drop it. I'm holding it. You don't drop it.
Let me see a back.
You want to see the back?
Wow, it has a name on it.
It says Squatch Topic on it. PA.
P.I.
PA.
Oh, I did find the box Sharpie. I have a red Sharpie, a black Sharpie, and I have a red permanent marker pen.
Yeah, because you
One of
got to
the
sign this
paint
cats
pens.
too, buddy. Yeah, I've got to put
Yeah.
our signatures on them.
Yeah.
All right, Joey, stop, baby. Oh, well, she's going all the way down there. Well, I can make one of the other ones I have. It's all right, don't do that, baby. You almost reported somebody for no reason on their message. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get off. Hey, Ramona, we're
You're
getting ready to
welcome to
log
it.
off, sweetheart. She wants to play.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Jojo,
This is about after
say have a
4.
Squatch-tastic day.
No.
We'll see
No,
you the
all
next time
well,
we go
everybody, you
on
have
the
a
live.
Squatch-tastic day.
Happy
Happy New Year. All right, look out, baby. Take care, guys. I'm logging off.
All right, everybody.
Squatch Topic loves you. Peace.